Hi everybody, today we're going to talk a little bit more about Flipgrid, and we're going to kind of take a tour all around the website and take a look at all it has to offer. So Flipgrid is a great way to get your students in a social media engaging activities, and with Flipgrid there's lots of things that it will cover. It will get your students collaborating together. It will also instill a sense of community with them, and it gives them a chance to really enhance their speaking and listening skills, because they have to prepare what they're going to say. They have a short time to present that information. Then they also have to go back and listen to other students and respond to those students. So it's a great way to engage them in conversation, especially during this remote learning time. It's also a very engaging website because it has a lot of that same social media aspects that they are used to and enjoy in their own time. So it has lots of win-wins with it. So let's just take a look through before we even start. What are all these different tabs or spots? So the first one is your discussion, and discussion is where you're going to find everything that you are posting, any topics or assignments that you have made. So a topic is an assignment, okay? And then groups we'll use. If you have more than one class, a group would be very helpful. It is not necessary to create groups. You can create topics and you could just be for your whole class. But that gives us two things. So the group, the topic is the assignment, and the group we would use if we had more than one class. So that is our very first thing. It's discussion, and that's where we're going to start our flip grids, and that's where we're going to keep all of our grids and our topics and our assignments. We'll all go under discussion. The next section is discovery. Discovery is a great source for teachers to find and add topics. Okay, so there's like lots of creative Flipgrids already here. You can partner with other educators. So let's take a look at this. And you can see there's tons of different things here that we could go for. So one of the partners is Wondernopolis, and this is another site that I absolutely love and have used for years. So I am partial to this one. But if I was interested in this one, Wondernopolis, this was put in from Wondernopolis itself, and you can see I can create my topic. So I'm going to add this right into my students. So just give it a minute, we'll come up. But okay, so here are all the different ones that I could add. What does a gallbladder do? What is a mariachi band? And with Hispanic month coming up, that might be a great one. So you can see there is a video for them to watch. It already has the questions. Here is the article itself. There's the link to that. They can go to Wondernopolis. They could read all about it. They could watch the video that goes along with it. Again, I can tell you more about this site. It is a great, great site. So we're going to come back here. And then it has everything that you need. So all you would do in this one, I can either save it to collection and use it later, or I could add a topic, and I could add it to as an individual topic, or like I said, you could add it to a group if you were using a group. So if I was going to add this to group, maybe I was going to add it to my summer school, I would hit next. And here we go. So here is our topic. Very easy. Everything is done there. I like, as I said in my first video, if you saw, I like to check all videos before they go out. And so we're just going to leave that as it is. There's the links, and there's no ending to that. If we want email notifications when a new videos are submitted, I would say daily or whenever there's a new video, that kind of thing. And you just go down, and it's the same thing as it was before. So if you want them to be able to do selfies, I love all of it. I also like that they can like each other's videos, because again, that's bringing in that social media that they're used to. So we're just coming down and everything's here, and now we're going to update that. And there it is. It's going to be in my summer school. I'll go more over how to create a topic, but this topic is already created. So now if I wanted to share it out, I'm just going to click share, and I am going to copy it and share it directly onto my Google Classrooms. So that's the really nice thing about Discovery. It is already done for you. So it's wonderful. And there's all kinds of topics. When I save them, this is where they're going to go. So here was one that I saved earlier. So it's a collection that I could save, a math collection, a reading collection. That was one that I also thought was interesting. That one's more for teachers. Now, the next thing is activity. And the activity is just your dashboard. It's your overview of engagement across your account. So no matter how many groups or how many classes, so you can see mine has been around. I really don't have a super lot. I didn't have huge success with this in the last few years, but a year before I left teaching, I did have success with it. So most of that is from back then. All right, the next section is called Mixtapes. And Mixtapes is kind of cool. It would be something if we had a great discussion as a class, and I wanted everyone to make sure that they heard a little bit from all students. So you would basically be taking little clips from each of your students and mixing them together, Mixtape, and presenting one long video that you could present as a group discussion. So that is a fun thing to do. The next one is shorts, and it's exactly what it says. It is a way to make videos that you can easily share with any other places. So I can make a video, I could do a read aloud, I could do a post, I could have made my video today using short videos. I don't know the time limit on that, but they can be linked to Remind. So it'd be a great way to talk to your parents, a little video, share it to Remind. So that is what Shorts is. And the last one is GridPal. And so this is kind of cool because you can find educators across the world. So if you had a topic, Hispanic month, mariachi band, whatever, and you wanted to find somebody that had that same topic and work together, you guys could. So you would have to have you as educators that can connect with you. So that's the first thing you're going to need to do is make sure that everyone, and you're going to give a bio so that everyone knows who you are, what you teach. And then you would come here and you could pick your grade, your elementary school. You could go into your subject. So maybe we would look at English language learners or history, math. Let's just do a math one. And then if we wanted to, we could even search more particular if we wanted like fractions. So of course I picked, so here we do have some. So here are different people from across the world that you could reach out with, and you guys could communicate, your classes could communicate back and forth about that one topic. So that was just another fun way to kind of make your classroom global and have your kids realize that there's other students out there that are very similar to you across the world. So those are all the topics, all our little tools across the top. So let's come back to discussions. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how to create a topic, and we're just going to walk through that together. So I have lots of topics. I also have some groups. So here are groups that I've created through over the years. You could create a new group. Like I said, when I first started, I did not have groups. Actually, it was set up very different. So Microsoft bought out Flipgrid a little bit ago. I think it was like 6 or 7 months ago. And since then, they opened up all pro. So everything is free now. It used to be you got some free, and then you had to go upgrade to the pro. All teachers are accessible to the pro now. So everything's available, and in that is your creating a group. So if you create a group, that would, if you had like an AM and a PM, or you taught, third, fourth, and fifth. I know you guys have 2 things going on. So we could create groups. And then in groups, you can create new topics. Okay, so you don't have to. You can just start with start in with topic, and you don't have to worry about groups. It's really based on what you have going on in yours. So let's pretend we're going to start a topic in whatever group I was just in. I think it was summer, and let's go into I don't know. We'll do a question. Who was your favorite character? Of course, spelling right would help as a teacher. Character in the, it's the title on prompt. So we'll just call this Favorite character. So whatever book that you had just read, who is your favorite character in the story? One of my favorite polls, and why? Okay, so I have a really good story. In ReadyGen, if you're using ReadyGen, which you should be, they have discussion questions for you. So this would be a great place to put one of those discussion questions. So we come down. Now, I might want this to be a little bit longer because I'm going to be talking about the character. I might even be asking them to give examples, and maybe I could add that. Please give text evidence, right? Okay, so then I'm going to want that to be a little bit longer. Maybe I'm going to give them at least 3 minutes or longer to do that. Closed captions. I recommend closed captions, whatever you feel about them. You can turn them off. You can have them in Spanish for some of my classes that need that. And then finally, again, I prefer the video moderation so that I'm checking all of those videos before they go out. And now here is your chance. So you could record a video explaining the expectations, right? So I could come in and record that video of what I expect for those students to do. So I'm not going to record while I'm on with you. I could upload a video if I already recorded that video. I could find a video on YouTube. And so there's so many different things that you can do here. I could add. I can also set custom topic access. So select another way for I have not used that, I'm going to be honest. All right, so now we want to create the topic. So I'm going to add just a little something here or here. Why don't we add, I will add a video. So you can see the whole thing. When I am adding video, this is exactly how the students will, and I'll show you that as well at one point, but this is exactly how the students will. There's lots of options here. So I could upload a video. If I was showing something or I wanted to use my right hand versus my left hand, I'm going to need to use that mirroring. So it just flips it around. So when I'm actually lifting my right hand, it is on the right side, right? I could mute. And I could also record my screen. So if I wanted to show the students something as I was explaining the directions, I could. Here's the part that the students will love. They will love the effects. So I have all kinds of filters, so I can make myself in black and white. So there's all kinds of fun things that I can do here. I can change the coloring, whatever. We're gonna go no filters because I'm kind of boring. And we are going to come back. There's also frames, so I could put a frame on here. So I could do a fun frame. The other things that you can add here is, and this is the part they're going to love, they could put in an emoji, and there is many, many, many emojis on here that they can choose from people emojis to, and it's not working. I think I'm freezing it up because I'm showing you guys too much. But you can add text and all of that different options. There they go. So there's people, accessories. The accessories are the fun ones that I wanted to show you, but I can't get in there. All right, so emojis. I can add myself to be wearing a hat or sunglasses, any kind of fun things. And it's just not gonna, so you're gonna have to get in play. You can make text, you can do all the, here we go. So here are the accessories that I wanted to show you. Maybe it's not worth it. Alrighty now. Okay, so well, you'll get the idea. Oh, here we go. So you can see I have sunglasses and glasses and hats and masks. So as you go down, there's even more accessories. Let's see if we can pull any up. All right, well, just for now, I will click one and add it. Maybe All right, we're not going to play with that anymore, but there's text that you can do, and there's all kinds of things. So I would record my directions, and I would say, and that's not even going to work. Okay, oh, now everything worked at the same time. So you can move these around and make them bigger. And I want you to tell me all about your favorite character from Halls and why they're your favorite character. Please give me at least 2 pieces of text evidence. So I'm going to stop. I'm going to go to next. It's my chance I can review it.
Okay,
if I don't
now
like
everything
this,
works at the same time.
I can re-record it. Now the selfie is a spot that you're going to take the picture, and again you have all kinds of effects that you can add to that. So that way this is what's going to show up on your grid. So this, your selfie, and I probably would have done a better job, is going to be what's going to show up on there. So now everything's there. I want to create my topic. And I could copy it, but for today, we just want to show you right to my Google Classroom. Let's get me out of the way up here. So you can see it's the topic is favorite character. It will even read it to them. Who is your favorite character from the story Halls and why? Please give your text evidence. They're going to be able to play this and be able to hear me say it. And you even get how many views there are, how many students have listened to your directions. And then that's when you would share that, and then the students would come in and respond to it. So theirs is going to look very similar. So they are going to record a response. They're not going to be able to share a topic, but they'll be able to record the response. And it's the same process that we just went through with us. They can add the stickers, the text, all kinds of fun things that they can add to that. All right, so let's close out of that. And then once you have everything up there, just to give you an idea of what it looks like, here is one that was done and had a lot of responses. And so here's what the initial topic looked like. And then we come into the grid, and here were the instructions. And then you can see all the different grids. Now, the nice thing here, I think nowadays, this is an old one, so this is the way it was set up. Now there are squares and their pictures show up, but all is the same. It shows how many views and how many comments over in the corner. So all of that is still exactly the same. This is just the teacher view on Flipgrid. I hope that answered any questions. And if you'd like to learn more about integrating this into your classroom, please let me know. We can set up a time to co-teach or just plan it out together.